10 safest cities to live in Europe. To be fair and honest, nowhere in the world is absolutely safe. Bear that in mind as we discuss the 10 safest cities to live in Europe. We don't need a soothsayer to deduce that safety will remain a matter of concern for yet a long time. The common people are feeling less safe every decade. Europe is by no means an exception. Nevertheless, this continent has great cities considered the safest cities in the entire world. They have the lowest crime levels, high income per capita, a good education system, and a stable government. If you're not happy where you live and desire a resident in Europe, here's the list of the 10 safest cities to live in Europe. 10. Brussels. Brussels is sometimes referred to as the capital of Europe. This is because it is home to many European Union buildings, NATO headquarters, and the European Commission, among other buildings. Overall, though, crime in Brussels has decreased by around 20% over the previous decade, despite a 15% rise in the population during that time. Another good thing that is lowering the crime rate in this city is its low cost of living and numerous sources of income. The education system is also good enough, and your kids will get some of the best education that drives them further away from crime. 9. Paris. Paris very much speaks for itself. After all, it is France's capital city and a world-renowned metropolis. Every year, hundreds of thousands of people go to Paris, making it one of the most popular holiday destinations in the world. Apart from being a tourist destination, it's one of the best cities to live in. The whole of France as a country is relatively safer. While you ought to remain vigilant at all times, you're unlikely to be in serious danger on Paris's streets unless anything unusual happens. Petty theft is a common threat being encountered when travelling around Paris. Although robberies occasionally occur in this metropolitan city, the overall crime rate is low. It's important to keep an eye on the news to avoid being caught up in a huge demonstration. 8. Madrid. Madrid is the capital and largest city in Spain and the country's economic centre. It has over 3.2 million people and receives a large number of tourists each year as one of the European prettiest capitals with a great cultural and artistic heritage and rich history. Madrid is also one of those cities where the atmosphere only becomes livelier as the sun sets, so it has some of the most exciting nightlife scenes in the world. If Madrid is quite safe to visit, it must be a very safe city to live in Europe. Save for pockets of pickpockets in this city targeting mostly visitors, residents have no additional safety issues to deal with. You only need to devote your initial days in the city to learn the basic safety tips there. It is truly one of the safest cities to live in Europe. 7. Zurich. Zurich, Switzerland's capital and largest city, is a beautiful and calm city in one of the best countries to live in the world. The Central European country's capital is situated on the shores of Lake Zurich, where it empties into the Limmat River in the northern part of Switzerland. Zurich is also the Swiss financial hub and a major economic city in Switzerland. Well, the metropolitan city also doubles as the country's economic capital. Many world-renowned international organizations have their offices in this city. The mighty FIFA's headquarters, German-Swiss national and international media agencies, and the German-Swiss National Television Channel Corporation are prime examples. This is because living in Zurich is reassuring. It's a city where every rule is adhered to. Police carry out their duties with the finest precision. Nevertheless, you should never let your guard down. 6. London. London is a top tourist destination that everyone desires to visit at least once in their lifetime, and those living in this city can convince you of their safety. This, one of the most significant capital cities in Europe, offers so many activities and attractions that it is impossible to see everything. While London is a highly safe city, it should be emphasized that it is densely populated by visitors, making it an ideal location for pickpockets and con artists to operate. As a result, pickpocketing and scammers are a major problem in London and the areas around it. But the city ranks high on the safety index since the security system in the city is well structured with no stone left unturned to ensure that residents sleep with their two eyes closed. 5. Frankfurt. Frankfurt is the capital and largest city of the German state of Hesse and one of the country's major cities. Generally speaking, most of the city is secure and thieves often target visitors only in certain city areas. The streets commonly viewed as dangerous, such as the red light district, are quite safe. Because there's no money to be snatched, the RLD polices the city. It also maintains a substantial police presence on the streets. Pickpocketing is the major crime being witnessed in Frankfurt. By the way, this happens in every city. Even at the Bahnhofsviertel, you won't witness many stabbings or shootings, so don't expect to see much of that here. 4. Barcelona. Barcelona was recognized as the 4th safest city in the EU and the 5th safest city in Europe in 2017, ranking just slightly lower than Stockholm, Amsterdam, Zurich and Madrid in terms of general safety. According to the Economist Intelligence Unit's EIU Safe Cities Index 2019, Barcelona is one of the safest cities in the world in terms of general crime, and it is placed 19th in personal security and 26th overall in the world in overall safety. 3. Stockholm. Stockholm continues to be one of the safest cities, not just in Europe, but also around the globe. It is a city with a remarkably low crime rate, and it is a place in which both inhabitants and visitors feel safe and secure. According to the 2017 Safe Cities Index, it is the 3rd safest city globally, with less than 5 million people. Although you won't see a police officer at every corner, when the necessity for a police presence arises, cops always appear and respond swiftly with the least amount of hassle. Still, on police officers in Stockholm, cops have a reputation for being calm and thorough in handling security and delicate situations. They have zero tolerance for collateral damages in bursting and preventing crimes. Additionally, their English is generally great, so you will not have any difficulties visiting the country even when you don't speak Swedish. Sweden's capital is safe because it always seems as though the city is prepared to deal with problems. Yet this proactiveness brings with it no stress when police officers are stationed across the city. 2. Amsterdam. Is it safe to live in Amsterdam? Yes, Amsterdam is a very safe city. According to the 2019 Safe City Index, Amsterdam was 4th on the list of the world's safest major cities. Though marijuana can be purchased easily in coffee shops and smart drugs may be purchased in smart shops and prostitution is permitted, Amsterdam is not a dangerous city. The city does very well in terms of traffic congestion. Traffic accidents are rare in Amsterdam since everyone commutes by bicycle and the air quality is generally good. Amsterdam is also a safe city thanks to its low and ever-decreasing crime rates. In Amsterdam, the chance of a violent assault is virtually non-existent, and this is the case in every region of the city. Even the little crimes witnessed in Amsterdam have unwary tourists as their victims. They're targeted more frequently here because they're most readily distracted and forget to abide by the rules. They are thus advised to be cautious of minor thieves such as pickpockets, mugging and car break-ins. 1. Copenhagen. Copenhagen is the capital of Denmark, a European country that is both extremely safe and breathtakingly beautiful. According to some, it is seen as a cultural and geographical connector between Scandinavia and Europe. Denmark is unique because it provides everything. Whatever you're looking for is there for you in Copenhagen. Here, classic Scandinavian fairy tales mingle with cutting-edge architecture and design to create a unique experience. It's the place to go to listen to great jazz before opting out for music blaring from the basements of Copenhagen's warehouses. The majority of visitors to Denmark believe they've seen everything while they're here, but there's much more to see and experience. You'll be able to uncover new Danish treasures every week. Overall, Copenhagen is a pretty safe place to live in, especially compared to other European cities. It does, however, pose certain risks. These are quite insignificant, and it's the safest city to live in Europe. So there you have it, our list of the safest cities to live in Europe. You may feel we may have overlooked something. Please tell us in the comment section below. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.